Hey, hey, what's up, my special ass, beautiful ass, magical ass goddesses? I know I've been away for a hot little minute, but yeah, I don't know how October and the beginning of November have been for you guys, but for me, it's been a hell of a ride. So yeah, I've been missing in action for a little minute, but she's back and better than ever. I don't know about how you guys are feeling, especially since today is the 11/11 portal. I hope you've had a little bit of time to kind of take some time for yourself. I have done like a spiritual bath today. I've cleansed my home and myself with Palo Santo and Yorubian sage. I don't even know if Yorubian is a word, but whatever. It's sage from Yoruba tribe. And yeah, and I got my incense going as well. So yeah, I've just been thoroughly trying to cleanse all of the heavy, dense, tension-filled energies that have just been plaguing me probably for about the past 6 weeks. So I am feeling so much more rejuvenated, so much more better now that I've cleansed that energy. So if you guys haven't had a chance to do that, I would highly suggest doing so, especially on a day like today. So we're just going to kind of get into a little collective divine feminine reading and see what's coming up for us. I know that Saturn is still square Uranus. Uranus is the planet of change. Yesterday in particular, I was feeling a very anxious, angry, aggressive, it was not a good energy. And so I feel like a lot of people that are having a lot of judgment moments are coming to realizations, and they're pretty pissed and angry about it. I feel like a lot of that has to pertain to you. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. You have to decide that and kind of figure it out for yourself because you know your story. I do not. I'm reading for a collective, not an individual. So, yeah, there's that. And yeah, that's pretty much what I felt for that 6 weeks when I kind of took a little break. So we're just gonna kind of see what's in the air, because I do feel like this shedding, this old, with Scorpio season, it is all about embracing the transformation that is coming. What that transformation may be in your career, it may be in your love life, it may be in your family life, it may be in your home life. So yeah, that change will look different and be different for everyone, but I feel like now is the time where all of that old stuff that we keep questioning, why are we getting this? I do not want this, I do not want this. And the universe is finally gonna say, okay, maybe one more test, but other than that, you know, I keep getting symbols of like keys. And I was talking to a good friend yesterday that I happen to work with, and she came back from her lunch break and she handed me her phone and she's like, have you ever paid attention to what they were saying in the song? And it was DJ Khaled and Jay-Z, I got the keys. And I was like, these damn keys. So yeah, I feel like there's a key that we may be given to something that may have been confusing to us. Confirmation. Bless me. Yeah, I think there are some kind of key that we're going to be given, some information that may be new to us, that may help us figure out a lot of things that we were very confused and not really sure about in the past. So, yeah, let's see what we got in store for the divine feminines. Spirit, ancestors, guys. Thank you so much for all of your guidance on this journey. What messages do you have for my divine feminines today? So this one is regret. I know I cannot change the past. I cannot lie. I kind of was experiencing a little bit of that energy, you know, just kind of dwelling on the past, playing the shoulda, coulda, woulda game. But you know, I feel like that's a part of that key energy. Like eventually you'll get the key and everything is going to make sense in due time. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. I hope that this is also something that, and look at how the colors also kind of resemble each other, kind of like an orangish yellow. So I feel like a lot of us are really working on some solar plexus chakra issues, and gaining strength and confidence in ourselves, and knowing that everything that takes place, you know, we all have a part in, and knowing that we play a part in things that have taken place, but there's no point in regretting and regretting the past. Everything that took place was meant to happen exactly the way it did. And you may not see or understand, you know, the chain of events, but eventually you're going to get that key and it's going to make sense to you soon. All right. We have worry. I am learning that worry does not change an outcome. Definitely can understand that. And envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges, right? So I feel like when it comes to this worry energy, this is very much so feeling like there may be something that you didn't do, something that you're missing. You're feeling like you're not quite where you want to be. There's a piece to the puzzle still missing and you can't figure out what's going on. You're very confused. I do pick up a lot of like confusion energy. I've been in that energy as well, and let me tell you, it is frustrating as fuck. So I am definitely with you there, Divine Femmes. But yeah, that was kind of something that I had to come into a realization of yesterday is, you know, maybe I'm not meant to have the answers. Maybe I'm not meant to know everything right now. Maybe eventually in time, you know, in due time, everything will fall into place and then I'll understand. I'll have that key. And then envy, I am the same as everybody with different challenges, but with different challenges. So I feel like for a lot of us, we've been kind of questioning, like, you know, why did the journey have to be so difficult? Or why did it have to be so long? Or, you know, why did so many heartbreaking things have to take place? And I feel like for a lot of us, it may have really put us in an envious spot of looking at other people where they are in their journey and not necessarily taking the time to understand how they got there in their journey. Being a little envious of, you know, seeing how, you know, they've manifested being the person that they wanted to be and why you haven't quite got there yet. And, you know, sometimes other people make it look so easy, but it's not always as easy as it seems. At the bottom of the deck, we have courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Yes. So yeah, I think that a lot of us are kind of coming into the realization that you have everything that it takes. You have everything that you need. You are on the right path, and although there is a lot of confusion, a lot of answers that you may not have right now, in due time. That's all I keep hearing is in due time. Like eventually, at some point, everything is going to start to click and kind of make a lot more sense than it already has. I know for a lot of Divine Feminines, confusion about who belongs in your life and who does not is running rampant right now. Like, ain't nobody got time for it, but unfortunately, it is here. And so, you know, just always kind of remember your lessons of the past, because like I talked about in one of the last readings, nobody wants to go over that karmic wheel again, you know, having to make not necessarily wrong choices, but not the best choices for us. And then have to learn a lesson that you're already very familiar with, and having to go through it all over again because you weren't being very conscious of what you were doing, being more idealistic than realistic. As a Libra, I can agree, like that's the whole ass thing. So yeah, you know, it's coming to the realization of a lot of people that seem like they have your best interest at heart absolutely do not. And then you discerning if you actually want them to be in your life, if they are an asset to you, if they can reciprocate energy with you instead of just taking and taking and taking from you. Because for a lot of people, that is their absolute goal. It absolutely is their goal right now, especially if you are vibing high, you've been doing the inner work and healing and taking your time for yourself and really growing and thriving. Honey, like when I tell you, you may not even realize it, but you know, you may just be noticing like, oh, you know, more people than normal are approaching you, or, you know, I might be in the grocery store and I find, you know, more people wanting to, you know, have small conversations with me, or, you know, little things like that. And you may not necessarily be paying attention to what's going on, but that is literally you in essence, growing, shining brighter, and people picking up on it, even though you may not be all that aware of it. So, if you don't feel like you can be in your courage right now, that's probably not going to last for very long. Uranus is the planet of change. So yeah, I think that there's going to be a lot of change and shakeup in how a lot of divine feminines view themselves, view their situations, view their worth, view what they deserve in general. Whatever. Okay. Let's see what we got. The thinking woman. I'm hearing don't think so much. We got the door to personal healing and happiness. And angel, hold that better. Angel of balance. So I feel like for a lot of divine femmes, we've been thinking a lot about how to get to this door to personal healing and happiness. Why, like I said earlier, we are not getting exactly what it is that we want. For some of us, we may still be in the Five of Pentacles energy. For some of us, we may be in the Nine of Pentacles energy. Either way, there's still something or some things. That's not a real word, but whatever. There's something still missing. And you're thinking about, how is it that I can get to this door of personal healing and happiness? The Spirit says, calm down, it's coming. It's coming when you fully learn to embrace this, the balance. I feel like, especially for a lot of divine femmes, the confusion that you've been feeling has been throwing you off balance, and Spirit is asking you to be okay with not knowing everything and still maintain your balance. Still understand that you are on a journey, and through that journey you will understand some of the past events, and it may not make sense right now, but be patient. All right, so we got the thinking man with the thinking woman. And I'm getting this man is thinking about this woman, and this woman is thinking about some other shit. I feel like for a lot of divine femmes, this could be split either way. This could be somebody you already know or have known, and you may have lost contact with, or this may be someone new who came across you in some way, shape, or form, knew a friend of a friend, you used to work with, but you guys never really spoke, and, they came across your profile on social media because you have people that that are in common, odd scenarios like that where it kind of may be out of the blue, but this man has been thinking about you. Bars, look at that. So yeah, there's a lot of thinking in the air, that's for sure. I don't know who has time for all that, but certainly not me. I'm tired of thinking, my brain hurts. I am loving all of this beautiful sunshine in my face. Take it. Okay. We have 6th chakra Archangel Metatron. And then we also have the Angel of Love. I feel like for a lot of divine feminines, that something is in the air, and that's why for a lot of you it's been hard to pick up on what it is that you've been feeling. Excuse me. But I think that there's a lot of energy of love in the air, and a lot of us probably aren't even aware of it. Angel of Strength as well. So we have Angel of Love and Angel of Strength. I feel like a lot of us have had to be strong in a lot of these love situations that we've endured and not necessarily gotten what we've wanted out of it. And then we have the World, completion, the end of a cycle. And for a lot of us, we may have felt like, because I don't know about you, but when I kind of took, this little break, I really felt like I was running out of strength. I really felt like I was running out of steam. I was asking and praying and having conversations and meditation, asking like, whew, I can't, like, it was just to a point where it was too much, and I didn't necessarily know if I had the strength to continue to endure it. It was a difficult time, but, as always, we push through and we keep going, and, when we need to take a break, we take a break. All right, we got yin and yang. So this is mastering that masculine and feminine energy within. That 22 is sticking out to me as well. Okay, I'm laughing because, this card is Door to Spirit, but I'm laughing because Storm Warning came out as well. Whenever I use this deck in my personal reads, this card has been coming out every last single time. But because my intuition has been so litty lately, I already know what it is. So it's just kind of like let's get it over with energy. But I feel like, for a lot of us, like I just talked about earlier, my intuition being a little bit more on point than usual. This door to spirit, that's what that is. That is your gifts increasing, enhancing, you being a little bit more sensitive to them, you understanding them better, how to use them better, how to focus your energy better. So a lot of us are embracing that energy more and not finding it so difficult to be in. I'm just gonna put that down. I don't even want to deal with it. No, pineapples. I'm a comfortable spirit. All tied up. I feel like these two probably go together like peanut butter and jelly. I think that there may be a storm coming up with something that wants to get you tied up in something that you're gonna find to be a little messy. I don't want to deal with this, but I'm also hearing for some of you, this is not a message for all of you, but this is a message for some of you, that no matter how messy it may appear, you may need to look a little bit deeper before you just quickly shove it away. I feel like there's like a sabotage energy, like somebody wanting to make it look messy so that you're not attracted to it. You don't want to go towards it, whatever that it is. And then, of course, we have a woman holding a heart and also, like I said, anxiety. So, yeah, I would just be aware of this energy. If you already know that, something that somebody has done is, not able to come back from, and you don't want to be bothered, then, if it don't fly, let it fly. But for some of us, Spirit is really asking you to slow down before you just quickly make a decision that you may decide wasn't the best one at a later time. So I'm also getting that's where that Angel of Balance card comes in as well. Like, just make sure that you are balancing your thoughts and your decisions and your actions. Just make sure everything is aligned and in balance and on point. I can't roll my tongue, but whatever. All right, so let's see what else we got. I don't know about you guys, but I don't remember what day it was. It was maybe 2 days ago, but woo. When I tell you I was just getting so heavily triggered and I wasn't really quite sure why, and I just kind of had to sit and think and be frumpy for a little bit, and one of my coworkers ended up saying, she's like, what's wrong with you? And I'm just like, what do you mean? And she's just like, you're really quiet today. And I'm like, you don't know me, man. You do not know me. But yeah, that's what it was. It was just, me trying to sort out the source of why I felt so triggered. For me, my first thing is even trying to figure out, is it my energy that I'm in? I am so, ridiculously sensitive to energy that it kind of takes me a while to even figure out if it's mine or not. So first thing is that, and then second thing is to figure out why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, what the source of it is, what events, action took place to even put me in that energy in the first place. So. And yeah, after, thinking about it for quite some time, thinking woman, I understood it a little bit better. So I feel like Spirit is asking a lot of us to be mindful of why we are getting triggered, what those triggers mean, what it's trying to bring to the forefront. It is the universe trying to grab your attention, trying to get you to see something, to understand something, to look at a much bigger picture than you have been. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So yeah, I'm picking up a lot of, and I was picking this up earlier as well. Every day when you go to work or you go to the store, or you go to your cousin's house or wherever it is that you're going, drop your kid off at school, whatever. Whenever you get in your car and you take off to where you're going, you get in that car fully knowing and being supported in the idea that the roads that you take are eventually going to get you to where you're going. You may have to take a detour or two, or you may be used to taking the same roads every day, but eventually when you get in that car, you're going to get from point A to point B. No doubt about it. Life is kind of the same way. Just know you're going to get from point A to point B on the road. Trust your path. I know that spirit of confusion may have you feeling like you're missing something, like, there may be things that are unseen for some reason and you're not quite understanding why, and Spirit is saying, trust your path. You're on the road for a reason. Let's see, we have the initiation, rite of passage. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Then we have Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? I feel like a lot of that regret, blame, and envy, worry, that's that. Mother yourself. Take the time to heal from all of that energy. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking, facing your true north. I feel like this card is kind of slapping me in the face right now. A lot of divine femmes have kind of been in a little bit of doubt, and rightfully so. Causing all of that worry. Pleiades, double mission, channeling, and uplifting humanity. So I feel like for a lot of people, especially those who are tapping more into their newer gifts, you are tapping into your gifts at this time for a reason. I'm hearing we need more. I'm hearing a line from a Jay-Z song. We don't believe you. We need more people. So yeah, I just feel like there's going to be like a little bit of a shift in the people who are participating in this shift for the age of Aquarius. For a lot of us, I think it may be bigger than we probably could have ever imagined. Share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. I know for so many light workers and star seeds, there has been a lot of work on past life energies that we have had to try to clear out in this lifetime, and persecution has been a big one. I know so many divine femmes that have struggled with sharing who they are, what they stand for, what they believe in, and Spirit is saying do it anyway. Now is the time. Now is the time. You may not understand why now is the time, but now is the time. Like, whatever it is that you're doing, go. Irma, where are you being called to journey to? So, it's saying, trust the path. You are on a journey, like I said. Trust the path. And then on the bottom of the deck, you can't make this up, y'all. Got to answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? So yeah, once again, you may not see where you are being led on this journey. You may not understand right now. There may be a lot of confusion, a lot of frustration, a lot of different energies that you're dealing with. And Spirit is saying, calm down, girl, I got you. Like, all is well. is what I keep hearing. All is well. So just know all is well. I don't know why, I feel like with that storm warning card, if a lot of you haven't been triggered in the past by certain events or certain things that have taken place, hold your bridges, because yeah, it's probably coming. And you're not really going to see it or expect it, and it's going to be out of the blue, and you're going to be like, what the fuck? The spirit is saying remain balanced. Also, I'm getting to that, you know, I don't know about you guys. I've been a lot better at keeping this in mind, but I'm also getting that energy of like, remember that everything is a lot deeper than it kind of seems, especially if you're still kind of transitioning out of that 3D level thinking. You know, we are in spiritual warfare. You are getting attacked, whether you know it or not. I mean, it took me way too long to even understand that was happening to me. And I'm just like, oh shit. And I still don't even understand where they all come from, but you know, my spidey senses be litty. So I know they're coming, but you know, I don't understand all the sources or everything involved. So, you know, Spirit is asking you to be very, very, very cognizant of that. Like, not everybody coming up to you has their best interest at heart. They want your light. They want your energy. You are a feeding source for them. They do not plan on feeding into you. They just plan on taking from you. So be very, 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 very mindful of that. That discernment, all these years of frustration and meeting people that you didn't necessarily vibe on the same level with, and you guys weren't on the same page. You should have learned lessons from all of that. Those are all lessons. I'm getting a Denzel Washington movie, Training Day. It was training day. It was teaching you to get to the level of discernment that you should be at today. And if you're not, take the time to sit out, journal out all the relationships and experiences that you've been through, and try to sit back and think, like, what did I learn from that? What could I have learned from that? You know, what purpose did that experience serve in my journey? I don't know why, I just got a very kind of tense feeling. So yeah, I feel like there may be a lot of tenseness. We have yin, so we have that feminine energy coming out. You know, I know it's kind of hard to tell because we have so many piss poor ass feminine role models nowadays, you know. Megan Italian shaking her ass everywhere, sticking her tongue out, and you got Cardi B with all her vulgarity, and I mean, it's kind of a hot mess. But also remember, in being balanced, especially as a feminine, you need to embrace more of your feminine energy, not being so responsive, or not being so emotional in your responses to certain things, because a higher power is at play. And I love how these cards are both pink, you know, to me, kind of representing that loving energy, you know, like this pink quartz representing, you know, love and things kind of coming to a more harmonious place for Divine Femmes. Yeah. Oh, what did I just say? We got Treasure Islands. A message in a bottle. I don't wanna, but whatever. I'm not a Divine Femme today. So yeah, we got message in a bottle and Treasure Island. I feel like for a lot of you, when it comes to that thinking man, you're probably gonna get a little bit of a message. And for a lot of Divine Femmes, there may be some other message that pertains to some other kind of treasure island. I'm getting manifestation that you were hoping for, and lo and behold, we have change in the wind and truth be told. So, and we got this that 5 energy, right? I feel like for some of you, there may be something some type of truth that comes out, and it brings a serious change in the wind for how you were thinking about a particular situation, person, job. Take it however it written me. But yeah, I think that a lot of divine femmes may be coming into a lot of hard truths into the sea. Those truths may take you to a place that you never really expected to be, especially with that 7. I'm getting a sense of spirituality. And one of my favorite things about this card is you see kind of spirit in the background while she's sitting in the boat alone, thinking she's alone at least. He's there with a steady eye. Time for a nap? Not for you. So for some other divine femmes, this truth, you may come to realize that something is not for you. And I don't know, well, I do know why. This was kind of why I had to take that little break, but you know, this time for a nap, I'm getting very like, you know, sit down, rest, rejuvenate before moving forward. And then we have exchanging gifts. So I feel like for a lot of divine femmes, this Uranus change is going to be bringing a truth to you that will be like a gift from the universe. For some, it could be in the form of money. For some, it could be in the form of employment. For some, it could be in the form of adding a new family member, just something that you kind of weren't expecting and kind of comes out of the blue because it is fated. Can't make this shit up. So yeah. I feel like there's a lot of energy in the air, and it may be so confusing for a reason, because at the bottom of the deck we have it's time to co-create. There are things that are taking place that are fated, that are being gifted to you from the universe. Excuse me. Yeah, there are things that are being gifted to you from the universe, and it is fated to come to you. No matter how many enemies have tried to stop it, this change is still going to take place. You have done the work. You have managed to show up for yourself and show out. And in a lot of cases, for a lot of divine femmes, like you've over-excelled in what you were doing. You have mastered the art of self-mastery, almost in a sense. So, boo, pat yourself on the back. Hers did good. So yeah. For a lot of divine feminines too, I'm also getting that, especially if you are a single divine feminine, people are really going to be on the prowl. Like when a lot of these changes and shifts start coming in for you, and people see this little glow up that you are about to have because you don't have so much confidence, yeah, you're going to attract a lot of dark energy. It's not because you're doing anything wrong or there's still some lesson that you need to learn. But, you know, don't forget, vampires exist. They're a real thing. They're so annoying and draining. It's why most days I can't. Like, oh, Sadie, get away from me. Like, it's too much. And, you know, especially if you don't have proper boundaries in place, like, they will just take. All right, Spirit, what else we got? So we have choices and understanding. Yeah. I feel like that actually pertains to that message in a bottle card. Like there are going to be some choices that you have to make, and Spirit is asking you to be more in your feminine energy, kind of like you see in the woman in this card. Be more in your yin energy and make decisions from more of that angel of balance place. Also remember that even though you may not understand why you have to make these choices and decisions, you know, there is a higher power at play. You know, she's holding the scales of justice in her hand, and she's blindfolded. So even though she can't really understand and see what's going on, just know that there is a higher obedience. A higher obedience that is being played out. Here we have differences, and then we also have listening. So yeah, there's gonna have to be something that you listen and understand, and maybe that understanding is just, you know, understanding, okay, we're looking at the situation differently, but I still feel the way I feel it. It's what it is. Oh, all right, man. Double confirmation love when that happens. We have chaos, wishing, and beauty. So I feel like a lot of this has to go follow along the lines of someone expressing that they find you beautiful, that they find you attractive, and they are wishing that they can be with you, but they think that it would possibly involve a lot of chaos, which then there is going to be some choices that you're going to have to make that requires you to have some understanding and be able to listen to see if you can come to an agreement that, yeah, we have difference, but is this of a higher universal calling? Does this have a higher wisdom to it? Is there some bigger lesson to get out of this, or is this a part of the new journey that you're on? Child. Can't right now. Like, I don't want to do it. It's too much. More choices and decisions, more choices and decisions. But I also feel like within these choices and decisions, it's not just going to be in personal matters. It's going to be in every fucking matter. Like home life, work life, relationships, family ships, courtships, sportships, like whatever, just, you know, sail ships, whatever, just lots of kind of chaotic energy, like that chaos card talk about being all over the place. Try not to spread yourself too thin. Try not to make yourself feel like you have to do everything at once. It is okay to say no. And you also don't have to explain why you're telling people no, you just say that shit. Like, nah, I'm good. And let it ride. Like, and if they can't, then you probably made a good decision of not doing whatever it was that they were trying to get you to do in the first place. It's a double win for you, boo. So yeah, there's that. Keep that in mind. Oh yeah, I completely forgot to mention this. So I'm starting a podcast, y'all. It's gonna be on Anchor. The first episode, which is the trailer, airs tomorrow on Friday. So make sure you pull up a seat and you listen. I will make sure I post the link to it in my community tab. So if you want to see or, you know, take a sneak peek and, you know, kind of hear what I'm talking about, you can. I'm basically going to be addressing all things in the Divine Feminine's healing journey, including getting a better understanding of spirituality, how healing unlocks your gifts, you know, sharing a lot of stories from my journey. Because like I tell you guys all the time, like I've been through this shit. You know, talking about a lot of things, especially I don't think a lot of women realize how hypergamy is very spiritual in nature. And, you know, I hear a lot of the wonderful ladies that talk about hypergamy, you know, like the pink pill, and Shira Star Goddess, she used to talk about it a lot. The Universe Guru, I believe her name is. Chloe, which I love Chloe. Who else? Katrina Alude. I love her as well, especially she does a lot of like videos on Karina Alude, that's her name. She does a lot of videos on like old school feminine women, like, you know, Dionne Warwick and I think she had one like about Sade and just, you know, very iconic women in history, and, you know, just kind of explaining the gracefulness of their femininity and how they use their femininity to their advantage. So yeah, I would check her out. She just did a really, really good video about, or maybe I'm just saying it, I don't know, whatever. But she has a video about Selma Hayek. Like, I've always loved Selma Hayek. I could tell she was a little bit of a firecracker, but after that, I just love her so much more. So yeah, I will check her out. Her name is Karine Alude, A-L-U-D-E. Don't quote me on that. All right, what messages do you have, Spirit, Ancestors, Guides, and Angels for the Divine Feminines on this 11/11 portal day? We have, what is that? 4 Swords. So coming out again. This is basically the time for a nap card. Sit your ass down somewhere card is what I call it. So yeah, I feel like a lot of divine femmes are really just being called to rest, take a break, you know, nothing's gonna stop. Then we have the Knight of Swords. And then we also have the Two of Pentacles. I'm sorry, y'all. My gosh, hilarious. You see how this man in this card is just intensely staring at that knife like, yeah, I'm about to fuck some shit up. That is the energy that I am getting from that card. Like a very like, some shit has really got to go. And I feel like you're not going to figure this out until you take the time to really rest and analyze your journey a little bit better, because you've been juggling too much. Like, you know, you go down just to come back up and then find yourself back down, and, you know, just creating this whole little loop-de-loop of confusion and nothingness that really isn't helping you as much as it could on your journey. Then we have the King of Cups. So I'm seeing a situation where there may have been someone that you kind of took a little rest from, took a little break from, and they are intensely thinking about cutting something out of their life to come towards you because they don't want to juggle anymore. They want to offer you their cup of love. They want to do it, is what I'm saying. So yeah, for some divine femmes, that may be a little bit of that chaos energy too, where you had no idea this shit was coming, and you're gonna be like, what? Spirit, what? What am I supposed to do with this? I can't tell you that. Only you know, the past, and you know what took place, what you're willing to tolerate, you know. But I would definitely say take all of that into consideration. Make sure your discernment is on fleek before you do anything. Let's see. Fast communication about this indecision coming in. Lots of double energy. I am getting... They are on a roll today. I'm getting that Mariah Carey. Why are you so obsessed with me? Like, yeah, that's that double energy. Like somebody is just like completely obsessing over this situation because it is their 10 of Cups. Divine Femme, I don't know if you're feeling like you want this new beginning. Now I'm good is what I hear. I feel y'all on that. Because, you know, that obsessive energy, you're focused on your bag. You're focused on being the bad bitch that you already are. As you already know, the Queen of Pentacles, she is one of the most valuable women in the deck. She has it all. She has the looks. She has the intelligence. She got her bag straight. Or in the process of trying to get her bag straight and working her ass off. That is your energy right now. That's why you're like, nah, I'm straight. And then, upside down, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I feel like for a lot of people that are going to be vying for your energy, they're going to be surprised that they're not able to get access to it as they easily thought they would have been. And then we have Seven of Pentacles, yeah, because you're focused on planting your seeds and being and more of a higher vibration, because you realize that there is a purpose that you are supposed to be following right now. You are trusting your path, wherever that path may lead you. Ooh, I like it a lot. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands. This is my Sunday Fun Day card, like victory, success coming in. Then we have the Knight of Wands. I'm getting very like, you see how he's like very like, look at me, like, I don't like it. And then we have the Princess of Wands. This is, I'm getting like a Jakia Chan. That's the hood, female version of Jackie Chan, right? I'm getting very like warrior, like standing in my energy, not dealing with any bullshit or bullcrap. Then we have the King of Pentacles, and then we have the Knight of Wands, or Seven of Wands. I feel like for a lot of Divine Feminine, you've felt yourself feeling very defensive against a lot of people. Spirit wants you to know that you are the High Priestess. Trust your intuition, because there is deception, Seven of Swords, taking place around you. That you are being asked to move away from, because you are the Empress. You too good for this shit, basically. I ain't mad at it one damn bit. Not even a little bit. Not mad at it. Facts. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. So kind of like I talked about that earlier. And then we have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck, and the Ace of Swords and the Star. Okay, wow. I feel like this 1111 portal is going to bring in a lot of different choices for Divine Feminines to make, right? For a lot of you, it will have to do with money. For a lot of you, it will have to do with emotional fulfillment. And for a lot of you, it will have to do with some type of truth and communication. But either way it goes, you win, Divine Feminine. Like, at the end of the day, like, that's pretty much what that is. No matter what is going to take place during this portal energy, whatever surprises, unexpected situations, chaos, and conflict comes about in your life, just know and trust. Spirit got you, boo. Like, you so good, it's not even funny. Like, it's not even a concern. Like, for real, like, for real? Nah, not really. All right, and then we're going to close out with my Kuan Yin Oracle, because I love these cards. They're always so insightful. So yeah, we're going to see what Kuan Yin wants to tell us. All right. What messages do you have for us, Squatters? You would think it's a retrograde the way I'm talking today. What is this? Okay, well, we have the Empress of the Pearl and the Ivory Swan Goddess. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have Leave the Future Golden. That pretty much speaks for itself, so I'm not going to bother to look that up. So, Empress of the Pearl, you have the inner gift of great value, born of struggle, adversity, and challenge. Kind of like I was saying earlier. In wisdom, you know that suffering can lead to growth, provided we are willing to search for a way to heal through it. Seeing challenges as ways to expand your spiritual light empowers you to focus on the growing light rather than getting caught up in the suffering. What was it I had said a little bit earlier about going back through your experiences to see what it is you should have learned? What you got from it. I love when that affirmation happens. There's some other stuff too, but yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. Then we have Ivory Swan goddess. The Ivory Swan goddess speaks of spiritual grace and purity. The purity of your soul light never fades, beloved. Release guilt, shame, judgment, or fear that you are not enough in any way so that you may realize your beauty. Be more aware of yourself and shine your divine essence into the world. I love it. All of this envy, worry, blame, regret, there is literally no reason for you to have any of it. You are being asked at this time during this portal to, in this Scorpio season, to release, to transform, to let go, to become anew, to become whole. All I keep hearing is wash me new, wash me new. That is what a lot of this portal energy is going to do for a lot of the divine feminines. All of that old stagnant energy that you've been trying to get rid of, I feel like for a lot of divine feminines, it's just like magically one day just going to be gone. And you're going to be like, oh my God, like, I feel so much better. I would highly suggest that you've done some of the things that I've done. You know, try to take a spiritual bath, try to, you know, sage yourself, you know, do whatever it is you got to do to clear all of that stagnant energy. Sit, take time, meditate, focus. Really focus, especially on this 11/11 day, if you can, on what it is you want and where you are going. So I hope that helped. If you have any questions about coaching services, you can email me at divinefemrising11@gmail.com. You can also find me on TikTok at Divinefemrising11. And make sure you like and subscribe to the channel so that every time I drop a video, you're the first to get notified. I will also remember to put the link to the podcast in the description once it drops. And I hope to see all of you guys there. Until then, Divine Feminines, I'm sending you all the love. I'm right there with you and maybe struggling. Like, you know, some of us don't really have the confidence that we would like or really feel like we're in the place that we would like to be. But, you know, we're going to get there, you know. Trust the path. You know, everything is an experience. Everything is something that we can learn from. Everything gives us an opportunity to grow and shine and be better. So just know that you're in the process of doing that, even though it may feel like shit. So I love you, Divine Femmes. Till next time.